Hi there, I'm Michelle, and welcome to today's Explainer. If you or maybe an aging parent are thinking about making a move, I know just how heavy the thought of leaving a longtime family home can feel. I mean, it's where memories were made, right? Where milestones were celebrated, and where you've planted some seriously deep roots. Naturally, when we even think about moving, our brains go straight to what we might be leaving behind. But today we're going to flip the script a little bit. In a really supportive, step-by-step way, we're going to explore the beautiful and, honestly, the unexpected joys of the smaller home.
Okay, let's dive into this. When you talk to folks who have downsized, whether here in Chicago or out in the suburbs, what surprised them most is rarely what you'd expect. The expectation going in is almost always focused on loss, losing those extra bedrooms, letting go of the huge backyard, or saying goodbye to that formal dining room you maybe actually only used twice a year anyway. But the reality? It's really all about gaining. You're gaining your time back, finding genuine financial freedom, and discovering a really warm sense of intimacy in your daily life. People quickly find out that moving isn't about giving things up. It's just about making room for the things that truly matter to you right now.
Section 1. Reclaiming your time. Less house, more life. Think for a second about how long it takes to really thoroughly clean a large house. Well, in a smaller, right-sized home, getting the cleaning done takes about 20 minutes. That's it. Not an hour, not an exhausting all-day Saturday chore that just drains you. Just 20 minutes. When you live in a big house with formal rooms you never really use, you're still having to dust them, maintain them, heat them, and cool them. In a smaller space, keeping things tidy becomes this simple, manageable task you can actually finish before your morning coffee even gets cold. Homeowners tell me all the time that this is one of the absolute best, most refreshing quality of life improvements they just never saw coming. And that extra time just spills beautifully right into the rest of your week, bringing what I like to call a weekend liberation. Because when you let go of the massive property, you also let go of the burden. No more climbing wobbly ladders to clean out the gutters. No more weekends completely eaten up by endless lawn care. And honestly, perhaps best of all, no more staring at that looming, unfinished repair list that constantly hangs over your head. Removing the heavy upkeep of untouched rooms and huge yards, it quite literally gives you your weekends back, so you can just live life on your own terms. Let's move to Section 2 and see how this builds. Real financial freedom. Lower costs, more joy. Now, when you look at the daily operating numbers, they are genuinely shocking. According to a really helpful downsizing guide by Mutual of Omaha, smaller homes carry significantly lower utility bills. I mean, heating, cooling, and just running a large home costs real, hard-earned money every single month. Downsizers are often just absolutely thrilled to watch their energy bills drop by 30 to 50% after making the move. Imagine cutting your utility costs right in half. That's real money staying in your pocket to go towards something far more enjoyable. And this brilliantly illustrates the long-term impact, which is truly remarkable. When looking at lifetime maintenance savings, comparing a 4-bedroom home to a 2-bedroom home, the 2025 Seniors Blue Book report highlights some massive long-term savings. We're talking anywhere from $200,000 to $500,000 saved over time. That is huge. As AARP notes in their guidance, unlocking this equity and these ongoing savings can comfortably fund your travel, supplement your retirement income, and, maybe most importantly, completely remove those quiet financial pressures that can silently build up over the years.
Section 3. Living better, not bigger.
So the crucial point here is this: moving forces of reckoning with decades of accumulated belongings. And let me tell you, it is completely valid to feel intimidated by the thought of facing that bread maker still in its original box, those golf clubs from 2003, or the towering boxes in the garage that literally haven't been opened in a decade. But once that decluttering is done, people describe an incredible freeing lightness. As one downsizer so perfectly put it felt less like losing things and more like putting down a weight. It's just a profound relief to clear out the physical clutter that no longer serves your current life. What follows that lightness is what I love to call the intimate upgrade. You see, in a larger home, people tend to retreat to the same 2 or 3 rooms anyway. But in a smaller home, every single room has a purpose. It gets lived in daily, making the house feel warmer and much more alive. And surprisingly, hosting actually gets better. Instead of echoing formal rooms, your gatherings feel warmer, closer, and far more intimate. With less space, your decor is thoughtfully curated. Every single piece earns its place, reflecting who you authentically are today. Plus, letting go of all that square footage often allows you to move into walkable, connected neighborhoods where a cozy coffee shop or a beautiful park is just a pleasant stroll away. Section 4. Your fresh start. A perfect fit. Now, what's really interesting about this is how important it is to completely reframe the narrative around downsizing. The underlying fear going into it is often that moving means settling for less, accepting some sort of compromise, or somehow admitting taking a step back. But the reality waiting on the other side? It's the exact opposite. A smaller home, located in the right neighborhood, set up exactly the way you want it, and filled only with the things you genuinely love, well, that's an upgrade. It's a joyful, fresh start in a home that perfectly fits exactly who you are right now. My goal is always to make sure you feel informed, empowered, and fully supported at every single stage of this process, without any pressure whatsoever. So there are some wonderful, totally free resources available whenever you're ready. You can read the quick guide, The Upside of Downsizing, for an easy overview. I also warmly invite you to visit the Homeowners 50+ page in my free resource library, or discover how an SRES professional, that's a seniors real estate specialist, can act as a trusted guide to help you navigate these really important life decisions with care and expertise. Because the truth is, the homes people love the most are rarely the biggest ones. They're simply the ones that fit. So, as we wrap up today's explainer, I really want to leave you with this gentle, helpful question to imagine for your own future. Is it time for a home that simply fits? Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Take care of yourself, and here's to finding genuine joy and liberation in your next beautifully curated chapter.